Welcome to the channel, 1XP here. My last Lost Ark video was about why you should get into excavating. Currently I'm level 37 excavating, have made tons of gold from this trade skill, and in this video I'll give you a few tips and tricks that will help you along the way. I make short format game guides and information related videos, so leave a like, comment and subscribe. If you thought this helped improve your excavating game, please share it with your friends or guildmates. Tip number 1, as soon as it's available to you, start excavating in areas that say this. These areas will drop tier 2 materials that you'll need to craft those yarn and phaeton maps. Other areas won't. Also, this Azurewin Island is pretty good for excavating tier 2 materials, and I'll also have a guide up soon on those hidden quests that give tier 2 honing materials. Now, excavating a relic trace will cost you 180 life energy. You can dig up relic traces and old relic traces, with old relic traces giving better loot. This brings us to tip number 2. Whenever it's possible, use the minigame on old relic traces because it gives much better loot than if you were to use it on a regular relic trace. It costs 180 life energy to dig up a relic trace, so that means to activate the excavation minigame, it's going to cost you 1080 life energy. So tip number 3, don't excavate unless you have enough energy to activate the minigame. Why? Because excavating is all about the minigame. If you are short on energy, just return later when you have the required 1080. Tip number 4, do not use Leaps' essence while excavating. Though Leaps' essence affects your minigame and will double the rewards, it also doubles the energy needed on each dig, so that 1080 will turn into 2160 energy required per minigame, and if you mess up the timing on the minigame, your rewards gets reduced significantly, which isn't worth the risk. Also, if you're thinking of using it just to help with leveling up the trade skill, excavating levels up very quickly on its own. Instead, you can use it to level up other trade skills like foraging and mining. There are a few other reasons for not using Leaps' essence, but my last one will be that sometimes you get trash digs that only give 7 ancient relics. With Leaps' essence active, you'd only get 14 ancient relics at the cost of 360 life energy. And excavating is all about the more digs you can make, the better it is for you. So please trust me when I say that using Leaps' essence while excavating is not worth it. Moving on. Did you know that treasure chests contribute to the 5 stacks needed for the minigame? The chests from Loot Hunter's skill and archaeological site map both give those stacks. For tip number 5, whenever possible, use treasure chests to help create minigame stacks. For example, craft a bunch of maps and group them up so you can complete each within 1 minute from each other, and after your 5th treasure chest, find a relic trace in the zone you're in and pop the minigame. The scrolls usually do take you to a zone that has excavating node, so it shouldn't be hard to get it done, and I usually do it this way as well. Tip number 6, the sniffer dog is very sus and you shouldn't use this skill outside of the platinum fields. This is more of an opinion than a tip though. This skill gives plus 25 rare material acquisition buff when used, and on the trade skill tooltip it says that it's at a cost of 62 additional life energy. That would have made the cost per dig 242 energy, which is not bad. The weird thing is that once you activate the dog, you get a buff called Toro Search, and the buff tooltip states that it will cost you an additional 180 energy, making each dig cost 360 energy. Also, from my limited testing, it does not seem to affect the minigame, at least not in a way that makes it worth the 360 energy per dig. I could be wrong here, but I'm open for a correction, so feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you thought this video was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.